So do the math. We've been here for a while. It is time for Fox 10 Talks with Anita and Ty.
And Ty and Anita.
And special
BK.
guest, Brian K. is joining us. He's one of our photographers. And you probably recognize him if you are on our Fox local app, because you and photographer Joe Tillman do your Drone Zone.
On the Drone Zone, yeah.
Tell us about what you guys do on the Drone Zone.
On the Drone Zone, we, first of all, thank you for having me on.
Oh, thank you for being here.
It's nice to be on. On the Drone Zone,
You're full of it, I can tell.
We kind of show, actually we do show our drone video in different locations across Arizona. We travel the whole state, as you know, to cover the news here. And we show our different drone zones and we just talk about them and talk about maybe some funny stories that happened on the way there or when we were there at a story. We went to Patagonia Lake State Park about a month ago, and we showed a clip on that show where some visitors who were hiking on a trail got chased by a skunk. And
Oh,
it was
that's
hilarious.
funny.
I remember that.
I saw that.
So we do kind of behind the scenes stuff and talk
You
some drone
and
talk.
Joe are two of how many drone pilots here at Fox 10?
We have 4 drone pilots right now.
Okay.
We have another photographer who's going to drone school, I think, next week. So we'll have 5.
Okay, so you guys literally are, when people are watching our live air, sometimes we're live above Tempe Town Lake or South Mountain, or if there's a big crash, you'll be flying above that. But the Drone Zone is where you get to go put your own pieces together, put your own touch on it.
Yeah. The Drone Zone airs every Thursday on our 4 p.m. And like I said, we feature different areas in Arizona. We've done like Meteor Crater. We've done a bunch of state parks. We've even done like, you know, the zip line in Queen Creek at Pecan Lake and stuff like that.
Fun.
We've even done window washers, which was a really fun one.
Do you have a favorite that you guys have done? Because you guys do get to go to some pretty cool places.
We do go to some cool places. Arizona was a very cool place. We're actually going to revisit that next week. But I gotta say, one of my recent favorites is probably the window washers, because these guys were just so cool.
Was this downtown?
It was at Scottsdale
Okay.
at the Caesar.
Yeah.
How tall is that building?
Oh, I think it was about 200 feet.
So you're flying the drone,
So I'm flying
even
the drone,
with that.
but they're hanging by like a rope.
Wow. So you got off easy.
Yeah, I got off pretty easy.
Yeah.
But, I mean, they're pros at it, and they're like, oh, this is nothing. We do this all the time. They told us they actually do the skywalk at the Grand Canyon.
Oh, that would be terrifying.
Like under it and clean it.
Wow.
That is
That-
wild. Have you been out
They're
there
like stuntmen.
to the skywalk? That is pretty cool, isn't it?
Yeah, it is very cool.
You, I know you fly year round. When it's really, really hot, you can't.
We can't.
But you still have to work on the ground, and that's why we're going
Yes.
to transition to our next topic, which is heat. And so there's a new study out that says heat ages you just as much in Arizona as smoking potentially does.
Wow.
So they talk to, we're talking about prolonged heat exposure. It's modifying your genes, it's speeding up the aging at the molecular level, and it is impacting your long-term health, just like smoking and drinking. So the study talked to over 56 people living in 56 different countries, very different heat experiences, including Phoenix. Our heat index topped 90 degrees more than half of the year last year. So that's like 14, so the people here look 14 months older than people who live in, let's say, Seattle, who have 10 fewer days of all that excessive heat.
Okay.
We've both been out in the field, lots of water,
Lots of water.
lots of shade, sunblock, sunglasses.
But I always say that you will never meet a more prepared group of individuals than if you work with a photographer. Like
Correct.
the back of your news cars,
We're
I asked for
loaded with stuff for the
everything.
Yeah.
Now, is this things that you guys have like collected over the years, or when you first start as a photographer, they're like, okay, you're gonna need X, Y, Z.
I think you just learn from experience.
What you need?
Yeah, okay, I'm gonna need a hat. Okay, I need sunglasses. Okay, I'm gonna need, you know, sunscreen. I'm gonna need a water spritzer. I'm gonna need a towel for when I'm sweating.
A water spritzer?
A water
You know,
spritzer?
a water spritzer.
You know, you're the one those
A little water bottle?
A
Water
water
bottles,
bottle with a
yeah.
fan?
No, you put water in it and you
You just spritz yourself?
You know what we
Sure.
forgot to mention?
What?
Can I mention that right before our segment, BK has an injury, and
I cut my fingers.
He bandaged up and you stayed
I
on.
muscled through it, and I said, you know what? I'm not going to let Anita and Ty down. I'm not canceling for these cuts.
I love
We
that.
appreciate it. Oh, Husky Mom is saying, will there be new Drone Zone segments coming?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, there's many Drone Zone segments. So, like I said, 4 p.m. on Thursdays today.
Live, on air.
On air on Fox 10
Okay.
will be Kartchner Caverns. This week on the Fox local app, we are streaming Soaring Over Sedona, which we talk about Sedona. We love to drone Sedona. Sedona is a beautiful place to visit. And then that will be available on the app on demand and on Fox 10 Phoenix website Friday evening.
Okay. And then Jen Wall says, morning, yes, heat ages you. I noticed that when I moved here a few years ago. Lotions don't work anymore. You really do have to slather, especially in the wintertime. And then really quick, I have to say, Christina's excited about the Postino segment that's coming up. You guys do want to stick around for that as well.
JR's here with Postino.
What'd you bring?
Stick around too.
Okay, I brought a couple props.
Okay, prop time.
I'm like the Carrot Top of Fox 10 here.
Yeah, I love it.
Who remembers Carrot Top?
Yeah.
I interviewed Carrot Top in Vegas.
Oh, yeah?
Total character, nicest guy ever.
Really?
So like bigger than life. And actually,
He's had a lot of plastic surgery, right?
Yeah. I mean,
I'm not a doctor. I'm not an expert.
Well, if you look at that face, I can tell you, and I'm not a doctor. He's had
I don't
some
know,
plastic
but he was
surgery.
really, really nice though.
all right.
Yeah.
Well, first
okay.
thing,
Water.
hydrate.
We get off.
It's easy to
That's
do.
right.
It's easy to do.
That's right. You want to hydrate when you're out in the field. We work,
Yes.
you know, out in 105 plus heat.
Every day.
We're out there, you know, carrying our gear and getting the shots and all that. So you almost want to start drinking like first thing in the morning, because if you do not hydrate and you're dehydrated, it's too late.
Is that why your skin looks so, what's the word?
Matured. I'm just kidding, BK. Just kidding, BK.
Wow.
He said it, not me. I was going to say plump and
Voluptuous.
voluptuous
Oh,
and
thank
like
you. Thank you.
hydrated.
Yeah, yes, exactly.
I wasn't saying wrinkled.
Exactly.
He did.
No, I'm not the best at hydrating. I mean,
Okay.
you know, it's
Yeah.
kind of a chore.
It's not easy.
It's not easy. It's not easy. All right. Well,
Okay.
here's one thing you want to need, especially
Sunglasses.
driving
Glasses,
around. You want
yeah.
some
Okay.
sunglasses?
Can you shoot video with sunglasses?
No, you gotta.
You have
go
to
like
take them
that
off.
or put on your shirt.
This is
or
my
whatever.
favorite.
Okay. Oh, we're getting the camera
Oh,
shot.
hey.
Oh, we have,
Look at that.
Thank you,
Zoom in,
Glenn.
zoom in. All right,
Glenn
so
is
this-
here with Zoom. We
Thank you,
appreciate
Glenn.
it. Thank you,
This
Glenn.
is what has been dubbed by other photographers and reporters as my adventure hat. I don't know why,
I could see why.
but
But look at that sun protection.
I
you
love
got
this
there.
hat.
Look at the sweat marks.
Yeah, I was gonna
Yeah,
say,
well,
Do you wash it?
yeah, but that really doesn't come out.
Okay. I'm just wondering because we have a producer, you know, Graham.
Yeah.
He wears the same shirt every Monday, same shirt every Tuesday,
Okay.
but he washes his shirts.
All right. Well, we're calling out Graham today on the show. I guess we're wearing the same shirts. Okay. Whatever. So this is my adventure hat. The one thing I do like about it is that it's got this flap.
Yeah.
So
And
my
the
neck
little,
is
And the little
protected.
thing here, too.
Yeah. Well,
Oh, if it gets
Tight.
windy, you really just crank that baby down. See,
Yeah.
in a monsoon, nothing's gonna touch you.
Nothing's gonna touch me.
I
Nothing's
have
gonna
one
touch
of
me.
those hats.
You do?
The NFL gave it to me
Okay.
when we were.
Name dropping.
Yeah.
Well,
Wow.
we were
Big
because
time.
we were teamed up with the NFL during Super Bowl a couple years ago, and they were planting trees in various city parks, which actually helps cool things down for a number of reasons and offers shade. And they were giving those hats to their volunteers, and I was lucky enough to get one. Best hat in the world.
I love it.
High five.
I love it. Would you like to wear my hat, Ty?
I'm all right. I saw
All right.
this.
Betty. It's not clean.
All right,
I'm just
let's.
kidding.
It's fine. Actually, I think it's very clean.
Have you ever
Really?
had heat exhaustion or heat stroke out there?
Yes.
It's hard, right? I've had
Yeah,
it. You've
you
had it?
like I've felt I'm like, oh my gosh, I have to get an AC, and just pouring sweat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you got to take some time and just
And
cool
I will
down.
say no
Cool
amount
down.
of water will help you.
no, you just have to rest.
You have to get out of the heat and away from the sun
Yeah.
and just calm your body down.
A lot of times we're in the car working and we're editing in the car, putting together our story for the 4 or 5 or whatever news show we're in. And the one thing that is key is when we park to edit and work is finding a tree
Some shade.
and some shade. And even when we're out at like a breaking news scene or something, like photographers, we will even use like a light pole as shade. Like even that little
Okay, that's so funny
sliver
you say
of
that.
shade is so important.
When I first got offered the job here, I was talking to a photog who used to work in Phoenix, and he told me, he's like, you're gonna look for shade anywhere you go,
Anywhere.
including a light pole. And I was
Yep.
like, you're such a liar. That doesn't really happen.
Yeah, like it's this big.
Sure enough, we're out on a scene and everybody is like in the shade of a light pole. And I was like, oh,
It's
he
tough.
wasn't lying to me.
It's tough.
You got to find
You'll
that
have all
shade
the
wherever you
crews
can.
like
Yeah.
under one twig of shade. Like,
You can try and find it. You know what was worse? I was just reminiscing about when we used to have the live trucks. And in the summer, when you had all the machinery going, that AC did not
Yeah,
work.
and for those watching, the live trucks were just really big vans.
With the big tower thing
Yes,
that goes
converted. And so it was so difficult to cool everything off. Yeah.
well, that's the thing too. Like, we get in and out of the car so much. Like, the car's always going to be hot when you get back in. And like,
Yeah.
if you have water and you leave the water in there, that's going
It
to be hot.
warms
So
up,
it's like,
doesn't help.
It's a
Can you
uphill
show
battle.
your camera? Because when
Yeah.
we go out and do live shots, I think people are shocked at how huge.
How huge?
heavy they are.
Everybody always asks me, "Oh, that's what you use? Oh my gosh, how heavy is it?" It's pretty heavy.
30 pounds?
I'd
me
say
try.
about 20.
Oh my God.
Don't drop it.
20 pounds.
And
yeah.
how much does that cost? That's like more than a car, isn't
That's a lot of money, yeah.
Here's what's tough. They're not just standing or sitting with that camera on the
Oh, I'll
shoulder.
show you.
You guys will get up and run. There's sometimes we have to
Yeah.
chase. I mean, you do.
I'll
you
go
have
like this, and you
yeah,
know,
Yeah.
yeah.
I'm walking around, I'm moving up and down,
And then you're
side to side,
sweating when it's hot.
and sweating.
Yeah.
That is
We've
the
made
worst.
this job
many-
sound so glamorous.
No,
haven't
it's
we?
not. I mean,
How many
It's
shirts do you
fun,
go
but-
through in a day when it's like 120 out?
in the summertime.
Yeah, you have to. I mean, like.
I mean, if I remember to bring an extra shirt, yeah,
Oh.
maybe, you know. But sometimes
It's hard, it's
like,
tough.
Oh shoot, I forgot that.
Have you ever had it where it's so hot that you're actually sinking into the asphalt?
No, but you can feel it
Yeah.
in your shoes.
Yeah.
Like
Brutal.
you know.
The highways are the worst when you're standing
the
on like the
pavement's- The
I-10.
pavement's horrible.
Yeah, for a crash.
It gets really hot.
Well, do you guys want to talk about? We have time for one more.
Yeah,
topic.
let's do it.
Do you
All
want to either we can either talk about dating or we can do brain flossing to calm you down after
Let's
that.
do brain flossing.
Okay, I
we
feel
haven't
like
done brain flossing. in-
BK, I feel
What
like
is
you would
brain
like.
flossing?
Well, you're about to find out. Put these
we have
on.
1 minute.
I know we got 1 minute.
1 minute,
Okay,
put 'em on.
Put that on there. And I'm going to brain floss BK.
Oh my god.
Ready for this?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hold on. I don't know how loud. I don't. First of all, maybe take those off because I don't know how loud this
All
is
right.
going to be.
Okay, close your eyes.
Oh, it's muted. Hold on. That's
Closing
why-
my eye- Am I closing my eyes too?
Yeah, close your eyes.
No, hold on.
Close your eyes.
Zen like this?
Yeah.
Okay. Also, I don't know how to work this
Okay.
computer. Oh, do you hear anything?
Yeah.
Do you hear anything?
Let's do brain flossing.
No, can you hear it? I guess he can.
It's like relaxing
But
music.
it's okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, what brain flossing is? We have 30 seconds. I'm
hear
going to read to you what
birds
this does.
and-
You're awful frantic with
Like a
brain
waterfall?
flossing.
I know. We got 30 seconds. I got to get this all out.
Here.
15
I
seconds.
can't hear you guys. What am I
That's
supposed
okay,
to be
just
continuing?
relax.
Yeah, just continue.
Okay.
Just relax.
I'm just relaxing?
We're gonna
Yeah.
go to break, and after the break, we'll. All right, welcome back. He really can't hear us. You enjoying it?
Good? Thumbs up?
Yeah.
Do you feel relaxed? Are you relaxed?
Yeah.
Why was I yelling?
Yeah, you're just...
Describe what you're...
It's very zen. There's like birds chirping and a waterfall. I mean, that's what I'm listening to.
Okay.
But does it sound like it's moving around you? It's supposed to sound like it's moving around
Let
you.
Jay try.
Yeah, I mean, a little bit.
This is JR, by the way.
Hi.
He is from Postino. We're going to talk with him in just a second.
About another way to relax.
About another way to relax, some wine. Do you hear it?
It's nice.
He likes it.
Yeah.
All right, so brain
Okay.
flossing involves listening to audio that creates a multi-dimensional, immersive experience by bouncing sound between the left and right ears, stimulating both brain hemispheres. So you have to go on, and I think YouTube has a whole bunch of these. If you go on there and you type in brain flossing or music in 8K, it'll sound like it's moving around. So what this is supposed to do, some users report feeling mentally refreshed and clear after listening to some brain flossing audio. Some believers even think it can clear mental clutter and boost your focus.
That's very lovely.
Let me try.
Okay.
I mean, I can see how that could work.
Yeah, it's nice.
Yeah.
If you did that for like 10, 15 minutes in the morning.
Yeah, BK's like, why are you so close to me? He doesn't have a mic
I don't
on,
have
so
my
we're
phone on.
sharing.
That
we're
is
sharing.
nice.
It's very
That
nice.
is, yeah.
Can you send me the link?
Yeah, yeah.
I'll use that tonight.
But you have to use earphones because you can't
Not
listen
ear-
to it on. Yeah, if you listen to it like on speakers, you're not going to get the benefit.
But not
because-
earpods?
No, you can use
Oh, okay.
anything.
Okay.
But like if you just play it, you're not going to get the benefits because the sound moves around, and that is what is
Okay.
evidently supposed to
I think
stimulate.
if you're
This
laying
is
in
what it-
bed listening to it, might be better than like.
Oh, I can hear it in my ear.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I can hear.
Oh, nice.
But see, it doesn't work as well. You've got to have like the 8K and then
Yeah.
really, yeah. But I
Fancy.
think
You need
you
fancy
need the
stuff.
fancy. You don't need this, but like AirPods or whatever.
Okay. Throw up a study for us. We're talking about
Sure,
a
let me
few
just-
things.
Which one?
The wine, chocolate, cheese.
Okay, hold on. I forgot which
This is
graphic
JR
that
from
is.
Postino.
Hi, guys.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Thanks
Thank
for
you.
coming in.
Thank you for having us.
We want to talk about
This right
this.
there.
We're talking about chocolate, cheese, and red wine. There's a new study out that says dark chocolate is good for you. We know it contains flavonoids, right? Cheese is a nutrient-dense food that is rich in high-quality protein, calcium, essential vitamins like B12, K2. Red wine, in particular, is often revered for its antioxidant SNAPs properties, mostly due to its high amount of
Polyphenols.
and most notably,
Resveratrol.
you know a lot about this.
Yeah, thank
Why
you.
is that?
I do a lot of research on my red wine. Thank you so much for asking.
You're welcome.
So JR, we thought the
Yes.
best person to talk about
Yeah.
wine would be our friends over at Postino.
Yes, I love red wine too. That's
Okay.
We're gonna be talking about the Pinot Noir.
Okay,
Okay.
that's the one on the right.
This
That's
one,
the stage dive you
The
guys
stage-
have, right?
Yes, the stage job. It's from California.
Mm-hmm.
So this one, it's a really good. I brought this one because it goes really well with our cheese board. Obviously,
Cheese.
we're gonna be talking about cheese.
Okay.
So this one is like a good starter for someone that's starting to drink wine. It's a light body. You get a pomegranate. You also get like some spice, some woodly for the taste.
Nice.
I'll pour it a little.
Oh,
bit.
he's pouring
yeah,
some
can
so
we
people
smell
can
it?
see what
Yeah,
it
you
looks
guys-
like.
yeah.
Let's see.
Oh,
Let's
hold
see.
on.
Oh, Lil Philosophy is still talking about heat and says she has her fan going. I think Lil Philosophy, have a glass of wine when that fan is running. Husky Mom says brain flossing. Reminds me of an old Bon Jovi song that did that. And then Lil Philosophy says not a wine guy, more of a vodka guy. You can throw a little red wine in vodka, make a drink. I'm just kidding.
I don't know.
I'm just kidding. I'm gonna
wanna
smell.
smell? Go
I'm
ahead
gonna
and
smell.
smell.
We're not allowed to drink.
We asked our boss if we could drink. Guess what he
wow.
said?
Do you like wine?
No.
No.
I'm not really a big wine guy.
He's not
But
a
it smells
You're not a
great.
wine guy?
Let me smell.
but you like cheese.
I like cheese.
Do you want to
Yes.
sample a piece of cheese?
Sure, let's do cheese.
So we
Ooh,
have
I'm
our
getting
table
my-
cheese here.
Oh, sorry. I was really
for it.
busy just.
You're
wine.
trying
That
not
does
to drink
that.
it.
Yeah.
Do you sell more red wine versus white
that's a good
wine?
That is a good question.
Or does it
you
depend
know,
on the
I think
season?
it depends on the season. You know, I
Also
feel
a
like
good question.
that is good. But a lot of our folks that come in, it's whatever they choose to to drink. I mean, I prefer rosé during the summer, still rosé than bubbles. I can't do the bubbles. For me, the
You get a
sugar.
little gassy?
The sugar, it's like no, it's just like the sugar for me. It's
Be
like,
honest, JR. Be honest.
I know, no. It's
He's
more,
like, I'm never coming back.
no. For me, I can't do a lot of sugary wines. I have to do like the more bold wines for me. The sugar gets you headaches. And
Well, you know what I love going to Postino too is you guys are so knowledgeable about all the wines too. So if you kind of describe what you like or what you like to drink or kind of your favorite flavor profile. You guys are so good and so knowledgeable about kind of steering people into what they would like.
Yeah, definitely our servers will tour guide them to be where, okay, do you want a full body or a light body? Are you starting wines or you want like the good, like, you know, the harder stuff? Or we have a bottle collection as well. So those are the elevated bottles as well. So people that.
Little pricier.
Yeah, a little pricier.
But maybe tastier. Do you do samplings or a tasting?
Yeah.
So if someone comes and sits down and says, I really don't know much about red wine, but I was watching Fox 10 Talks with Ty and Anita, and they said, it'll relax you.
It will.
I need to relax. What can I try?
Yeah, definitely. We do give samples to our guests when they come in when they're like unsure what they want to order. So we'll give a couple samples and then they'll try it and then see what they prefer. And
JR, how do you guys, as servers and employees at Postino, kind of learn about the wine menu that you guys offer?
So we do, servers go through 8 days of training.
8 days?
Wow,
8 days
8
of training
days.
of
Do they get to drink that wine?
They get to do some tasting. So during
For
their
8 days, you get to drink.
I think I want to be a Postino employee.
For 8 days, you get to
So
drink wine.
we do a day where they taste like reds and whites, you know, and then there'll be a day where they do all appetizers. They'll try the food, then they'll do paninis, salads. So each day it's specific for a category. So then they'll get to try it with their trainer.
There's so much out there. Does it get confusing? I mean, I know you're very knowledgeable. You study this. We've chatted before.
Right.
But I you know how I pick a wine?
I think I know.
You'll-
You've said this before
Okay.
by the label.
By the
label.
label.
You said
Or
this.
if you say
remember.
this one smells really good, right? I mean, is
Yeah.
that you're not a wine guy when you go to the grocery store and you want to pick up a bottle of wine and be romantical with your wife?
Yeah, I pick up the label.
The label.
label.
The label.
The label. The labels are cool. And
Yeah.
honestly, Postino has amazing labels if you look at them. And these two are exclusives at Postino, so these are only, you can find them at Postino.
You can only find those labels
Yeah.
there.
Well, how
But-
do you-
Yeah. No, go ahead.
Talk about that partnership, because
Yeah.
I've talked to some of the individuals at Postino, and that partnership goes back years now
Yeah.
that you guys have been working exclusively with some of these wineries, right?
Wineries, yeah, and they're just exclusive just to us, you know, which, you know, BK goes or travels around the world and tries these wines and then does the business, you know, the contract, and then we get these wines.
That's cool,
for-
because
yeah.
that stage dive, if
Right.
you haven't tried it, it is
It
a
is
very
delicious.
good
It's
delicious.
drinkable
What's
wine.
the one that I like when I come in?
You-
I can't remember. You know it. I sent you a label.
The Holly's Way.
The Holly's
Yeah,
which I have
Holly's
here.
Way.
This is why I brought
That's
it.
thank you. The Holly's Way is very, very good.
Yeah, it's
And
very
I'm
good.
not a huge drinker, but I'll have a glass
Yeah.
of wine every once in a while to relax.
Right.
Like when Ted
Absolutely.
and Lucy are visiting. I'm just kidding, Mom and Dad. I'm just kidding. I'm totally kidding.
Called out.
Yeah. But yeah, how do you keep it from getting too confusing when someone comes in and looks at that wine list?
Yeah, because it's a big wine
It's
list.
a huge-
big
it's
wine list.
huge.
Yeah, it's really huge. And we just, you know, we kind of fill them out. We kind of get to know them a little bit to see what they like and what their profile is, like what they're interested in trying out. And if they want to try something new, and if they don't like it, that's great. We can go back to what they're like. But
So okay, you're not a wine drinker. If you go to Postino,
Yeah, let's-
how do you
let's try and figure
how do you
out his
pick?
wine
Like
profile.
how do
How
How
would you help
would
me
you-
out?
yeah, like what would
What
you
would you
ask
say to me?
for?
Oh,
What
yeah,
do you
let's-
do?
yeah, ask
so
some
okay,
questions.
so
Ask
let's
me some
see.
questions.
So you're not a wine drinker at all. You have no.
I mean, I know I
Okay.
I've drank wine
Are you?
before. It's
Boom,
just I'm not
strawberry
like, you know,
wine.
I'm not
Are
like
you?
one of these people like, oh, I only drink this, that, and the other
Right.
thing. So
Are you into like sweet wines or more of a dry, bold, or
He's a sweet guy.
you're a
I-
sweet
I'd-
guy?
yeah, let's
So
do
I
sweet.
would sweet for you to start. I would suggest the Moscato.
Okay.
It's our sweetest wine on our menu.
All right.
Yeah, it's really tasty. Think about like how would it taste like? Like a little bit of like apple. It's like green apple, like an apple juice kind of.
Apple
Oh,
juice.
there
Yeah,
you
no
go.
alcohol.
He's
No
sold.
There you
So
go.
that's my
There
wine.
you go. You know,
my
and if you
go-to
want to
wine
go a
now.
little bit more, we have the perfect Riesling, which that's a good start off. A lot of when we do board and bottles, you see that all across the tables. This is
What's
the
board and
Riesling.
bottles?
So board and bottle is Monday and Tuesday. It's a special we have from 8 p.m. to close. It's $25. So you get pick one bottle of our wine list and then a board, bruschetta board, for $25. So that is our deal for Mondays and Tuesdays.
You brought a fun board, and we were talking
Yeah.
about the benefits of cheese. Why does cheese and wine pair so nicely?
It just goes well. I don't
Yeah.
know. I mean, I'm not an expert, but I feel like it's just a perfect combination.
It really is the perfect
know,
combination.
it
Some
is.
good cheese and some good wine. There's nothing better than
And a
that kind of
patio, a
snack.
nice
And
patio.
a patio.
Some
Yeah.
nice sunshine. Maybe not 100 degrees.
Anything, anything fun coming up at Postino?
Yeah,
for the
so we
season?
have a new wine list starting on the 17th.
Okay.
That's next
Oh.
Thursday.
Oh, hold on. Let me
Wow.
ask you this: is there a whole new wine training?
Well, there's
I'm just trying to an invite,
because he
JR.
wants,
Right?
he
He wants
just,
to
you know,
taste
he's
wine.
going to do it behind the scenes of how employees
You're
train.
invited. Come
Okay.
to Annex. I'm at the ASU location.
Okay.
And I will take care. Like
There
yeah,
you go. I'm
we'll
going
get
to
some
do my own
tasting.
wine tasting. I'm
We'll
going to
take
become
some
the
wines.
best. I can never say that word. Sommelier.
Oh,
I just call them Soms.
None of us know how to say it,
can't
but
say
we
that
all
word.
know that
Yeah.
wine is
Exactly what we're
delicious.
talking about.
But that's
Okay.
starting next Thursday.
How many locations?
We have 9 now in the valley.
Whoa.
We just opened on the west side of the valley. So Peoria was our new location that just opened up in January.
Yeah, Daniel
Congrats.
Miller was
Yeah.
out there, remember?
Beautiful,
And
yes.
It's right in that great location, too.
Yeah.
The ballpark's
By
right
the
next door.
ballparks, yes.
Yeah.
It's
So you can
so-
go, well, spring training's over, but next year,
Yeah.
right?
So after you shvet, when you're working, you go home and you shower, and then you take your wife
Do
out.
brain flossing.
You do
do
some
brain-
brain
do some
flossing
brain
to
flossing.
relax, and then you take your beautiful wife Amanda, who is so lovely, out for some. What is it called?
Board and bottle?
What's
Board
my-
and
what's my
bottle.
wine?
Bottle.
No, what's my wine?
Oh,
Moscato.
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 Get some
We'll get you
Moscato.
Moscato, yeah.
It's a
Moscato.
cheese board. What do we
Moscato.
ha- what do we even have
Try
here?
We have
it.
a cheese board,
You
yeah.
want some
What's the cheese
cheese?
here?
Oh, yeah,
So
hold on.
here, we'll talk about the cheese
Oh,
here.
okay.
Here, can you move the bottles so we can get a better view?
Here,
There
I'll
we
hold
go.
it up.
Okay.
I'll hold it
There you
up.
go.
Okay, perfect.
Oh,
Hold
Anita's
it
got
up.
All right.
Okay.
So we have our lavage and our crostini for our bread here. We have our grapes, our green apples. You have your with ricotta with the spicy honey. Then we got our rotator cheese, with the Los Camareros, and we have our fig. We have our brie, and then our candy oranges, walnuts with the other with the regular honey on this side.
I didn't have any lunch.
So should we dip in?
Yeah,
Yeah.
dip in. No,
Lunch
dip
either.
in. Dip
Come
in.
on over.
The
The
lavage.
hot honey right
The
here?
hot honey.
Try
is
the
on
hot
side.
honey.
Try
Oh,
the
that
hot
stuff
honey.
is
The
good.
The hot honey is really
This
tasty.
could go. Who knows?
Look at how relaxed and happy we are right
Yes,
now.
with the cheese.
I
and
know. Hold on. I'm so wired up over here. Thank you.
I got a lot of hot honey in that one.
got a
Ooh,
lot of
you
hot honey.
good?
Is it
Yeah.
good?
Oh.
Do you want
It's
some
good, though.
wine?
It is really good.
I don't think we're allowed to drink wine.
I'm
But
gonna
you,
just-
Water. That's
Okay.
good. It's good stuff.
Very tasty.
Wow. Cheese?
we have
Okay,
Okay.
thank you.
1 minute
minute.
left.
I think we should just sit here and eat quietly,
Quietly.
for another. Everybody on you. Wait, you know what today is? ASMR day.
That's when you talk like this.
We don't know what that means.
Yeah, it is. It's where you like do like this and you're just like,
Oh, really?
Oh,
When
yeah.
you- It's
The
the
crunch
sound.
of the crackers.
The sound.
I'm eating this delicious bread.
It's very relaxing time.
You should hear it in my
That
lips.
is also relaxing.
That is.
Do that again. I'm gonna
Okay.
talk. Stop.
I'm just having a delicious bite of this green, crispy apple.
Thank you for coming
That
on.
went too
Thank you.
far.
No,
Post
thank you.
email. We'll make sure
Yes.
that everyone gets all your information.